And when people say about he quit, you've got to look at the sort of situation that my team are there to do a job. You know, they're there to look out my best interest because I'm there to go on all night. You know, when we step in that ring, that's our lives. And I'm willing to put that on the line. But never in my life would I ever think about or say straight away, nah, I'm finished, I'm done, or go down. You know, I boxed a minute and 20 seconds with a broken eye socket and a broken cheekbone in 3 places.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. Wow. I'm truly in shock. I'm in shock for a number of reasons, but honestly, I'm flabbergasted on this one. And right now, yeah, there's a whole bag of man who have a face full of bust. Oh, YB, stop picking on him. Oh, YB, he made a good decision to stop. All you goofies are looking real silly right now because guess what? Just like I told you he wouldn't. Just like I've been just like all the YB's dons, all the man who are 190 IQ, we tried to tell you that there's MTK Ultra going on right now. We tried to tell you MTK have been initiating a very planned out strategy over Quitgate. No one wanted to listen. Oh no, YB, you're thinking way too much into it. No, they haven't paid Tyrone Booth to shill. No, they haven't wheeled out Ben Davidson to try and change the narrative. Oh, YB, no, they haven't dragged down Mark Tibbs' interviews and plastered Ben Davidson's interviews all over the internet to try and change the narrative. No, it's nothing to do with that. Billy knows and owns the decision he made, and it was a smart decision. Listen, we've heard from Tyrone Booth. Oh, Billy was the smartest man ever. Yeah, no, he didn't. Listen, we've seen IFL TV. We've seen Shilgan Cassius not put no videos out about quitting. Why was that? I tried to tell you, man. Why? Oh, no. You're thinking, oh, YB, you think it's JFK. Oops. I tell you what to do on a Friday morning. Say R, open wide. Dr. YB says open wide and say R. You man are lined up right now. R, yeah? Dr. YB give you a good warm Friday morning face load. No doubt, you man have got a fishy face load right now, crispy. You better wipe yourself up, Don, before you go work. Cause you man smelling fishy right now. No doubt, sticky and fishy looking asses. Yeah? The problem is with you sticky and fishy looking asses. You're sticky and fishy, no doubt, 100%. Because what we do know is, at every point of this, oh YB, stop picking on him. Oh, all this kind of. Now, how'd you look? You look silly. And I'm glad. You know what? I wish I went in harder. I can't even lie to you, man. It's been 4 weeks since Billy Ho jacked, and in fact, we're now in week number 5. But I actually thought after week 4, I thought, you know what? It's been a month. Let me kind of ease back. It's been a month. I've already got my foot firmly on his neck for 4 weeks. Let me start easing off now. Yeah, I don't want to turn this into something else. Bearing in mind, Billy's been missing. I thought unless he does anything else stupid, I'll kind of ease off now. The news cycle's kind of played out. The views are fading off. And now, this video dropped in week 5. And it's filled me full of energy because everything I've been saying has been 100% confirmed as I knew it would be. Because again, the problem is, and it's not your fault. You man, yeah, who have woke up on this lovely Friday morning on the 11th of June to a big nice warm face load from the YB. You man, it ain't your fault because your IQ's low. So you don't know what isn't and what isn't. The YB knows everything. That's why I told you exactly what would and wouldn't happen. And now look, Billy Ho's wheeled out. They think they're smart. Oh, you know what? What we'll do is we'll delete all of Mark's videos. We'll wheel out Ben, and then we'll hide Billy away, and then we'll wheel Billy out. We'll wheel him out onto radio interview to put a hit piece out there about how he didn't quit. He wanted more. He was going to turn orthodox. Wow. Now this video, I played I think a 20-30 second clip at the start of this video, yeah, but listen, there's about 8 minutes worth of Billy just gassing the place up. Now, obviously for fair use reasons, I can't play the whole 8-minute interview. I'm sure you man have probably heard it, but trust me, this one 8-minute video, I'm going to do about 30 videos on this. I'm going to break it all up into 20-second pieces because it doesn't do it justice. For me to ram in 2 minutes now and just put it out there would be, what's the word? It would be an injustice to people who have an IQ above 50. Yeah? To people who aren't shillers. Tyrone Booth is loving this, but he's feeling silly, he's feeling guilty. you best believe Tyrone Booth won't speak on this, or if he does, he'll have some goofy opinion on it. No doubt, 100% paid. Because what I don't understand is, yeah, these men were saying, oh no, they almost conceded that he quit. Yeah, Billy quit, but it was a smart decision. That's what the whole narrative's been. Yes, he quit, but it was smart. No one said he didn't quit. Everyone acknowledged that. Everyone acknowledged he jacked in the corner and begged Ben Davison to pull him out. But it was a smart decision. Now, Billy basically says, Tyrone Booth, you're lying to the fans. I didn't quit, I wanted more. And it was all the team. And what did I tell you? Whilst Tyrone Booth was shilling, the YB told you, listen, they're planning to blame it all on Mark. Oh, Billy wanted more, but it was Mark that dragged him out, and oh, Billy was begging for more. Billy wanted to turn orthodox. And that's interesting as well. Billy Joe Saunders coming out of, I want to turn orthodox. That is shocking. Where did we hear that from? That there is what you call a party line statement. Do you think it's a coincidence? Ben Davison. Yeah? Let's not forget, Mark Tibbs' interviews got taken down. Ben Davison's got plastered up. What was the key point, or one of the key points in that Ben Davison interview? Oh, Billy was... I can prove to you that Billy wanted more because he was talking about turning orthodox. Do you think it's a coincidence that Billy's conveniently remembered that hit piece line from Ben Davison's interview? I don't think it is. I think it's extremely convenient because guess what? You man can look... I'll tell you what to do. Go and look at the footage yourself. I've analysed the footage. No doubt. I've had it enhanced. Yeah? I know a few federal agents who work with CCTV enhancement. Yeah? Audio and visual. I'm telling you right now. I had the footage audio and visually enhanced. No doubt. And guess what? You man can see it yourself. Never mind my enhanced version. Just watch the normal version. Just watch the original. Guess what? You don't see Billy saying nothing. So all of this, oh, he wanted to turn orthodox. Where was that dialogue then? Because we didn't see it. All I saw was Billy sitting there looking broken after Alvarez was hanging at the back of him for 90 seconds. Where was all this, I was telling him, I was saying, no, I want more, and no, I want to go out on my shield, and no, I want this, and no, I want that, and no, I'm going to turn orthodox. Where was that dialogue, Billy? Because all I saw was you sitting there looking like Alvarez was just hanging at the back of you on international TV. You can't lie about the facts. Yes, well done. Yes, well done. Eddie, the Hearn-Kinahan cabal was able to cut the audio footage from the internet, but guess what? The visual is still the visual. We don't need to hear the audio to know you weren't saying nothing. In fact, one of the relatively less controversial parts was people were trying to decipher whether you were saying no more or not. But that's it. Do you understand? People spent days trying to work out if you said no more. And that's because that's all you said, if that makes sense. People were trying to work out what were the 3 words you said, because that's all you did say. So if you to come out now and say, oh, no, I was telling him I want more, and I was telling him I want to turn orthodox, you're lying. That's actually a blatant lie. And if it's not a lie, yeah, you man show me, send me a video of him, because the whole thing's recorded. The whole corner time's recorded. What wasn't recorded was the audio, because Eddie Hearn and Kinahan, MTK, have cut it, had it pulled. But the visual's there. All you see is Billy sitting there for 60 seconds, with Ben chewing his ear off, but you don't see Billy protesting nothing about, oh, my heart's really long, my heart's big, and I wanted to go out there, and this was disrespectful to every true warrior. I've done a video on it. Molly McCann. This right here, this statement, these lies from Billy was absolutely disgusting to listen to, and disgusting for all the true warriors, all the people, yeah, who have truly either actually died in the ring, or lost something, or damaged themselves fully, pushed through to that extent where they're actually damaged, and pushed on anyway. Billy's spat in all their faces right now, no doubt. The people who actually made sacrifices, and you got this fraud trying to be one of them. Oh, what's that? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a whole industry, yeah, of fake military people. I think, what do they call it? Stolen valor. Where you get these gimpy basement dwellers, 50-year-old gimpy basement dwellers who ain't never been nowhere near the military, and they go on eBay, buy some fake military gear, and start wearing it, and going to the shopping centre and trying to get props and freebies from Greg's. I was in Nam in '67, and I was here, I was in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a free cheese and onion pasty? giving it all that they are. That's what Billy's doing. Straight down to Greg's with his fake injury lies. Trying to get a free cheese and onion pasty. But he's not just doing that. He's on international radio. Just lying to the people. Yeah, I was there. I was pushing on. You know me. I've got no problem going out my back, but it was my corner. And I said to you, the evidence is there. Yeah, I said to you, they're going to blame it all on the corner. Billy wanted more, but his corner. You think you're smart, Billy? You are thick. How about that? You are the lowest IQ don going. Because you can't lie to the... Well, you can try and lie. And I'm sure there's loads of goofy bare knuckle champion fans who will love hearing this. Oh yeah, CYB, you're wrong. Yeah. Wait a minute, you man was saying that he was smart. Because you can't have it both ways. For the last 4 weeks where Billy Ho's been silent, yeah, you man have been saying no, YB. Yes, he quit, but he was smart to do so because why should he give his eye for? So that there is conceding that he jacked. You man were trying to convince us that it was a smart thing to do and fair to do, and you can't blame him. Everyone was saying, oh, YB, you can't blame him. He had 3 cracks here and 3 cracks there and a partridge in a pear tree, is what you man was saying. Now, Billy says, what do you mean? What do you mean it was smart to do? I didn't quit. I wanted more. I was happy to go out. I wanted to turn orthodox. What is this? Anyway, let's get to what he actually said before I go. Because like I told you, man, earlier, I hope you, man, listen, just quickly as well before we go on. Any of you goofies, yeah, who say things like, oh, YB, I love your channel, but this subject's getting boring, do not click the video. Do you understand me? I don't care for your opinion. Don't click it. Oh, you know, you love it as well, by the way. You, man, love this. That's why you're clicking the video. If you didn't love the topic, you wouldn't be clicking. Just to do yourself a favour. In fact, you know what? I'll tell you what to do. Keep posting, because I love... Do you know what I do? I take a snapshot of what you say, and I post it in my Patreon, and all of us, man, line up and tell you to open wide, and we bust all over your face. So, in fact, you tell you what to do. You, man, keep putting them dumb comments, because I actually enjoy copy and pasting them and posting them in the Patreon. And all of us, man, whatever, listen, we don't miss. Whether it's a Thursday night or a Friday morning, we'll happily line you up and tell you to open wide. No doubt. And give you, man, a good faceful. Another one to add to the collection. Because trust me, as you best believe, is the way some of you man carry on. Yeah, the amount of nuts me and my Patreon dons have had to line up on your barnets. You man are looking kind of sus right now. I'm starting to think that you man like to have the bust in your face. Yeah, no doubt. Anyway, let's get to this. What Billy had to say. Because as I was about to say, listen, this guy's going to get it. We're going to go... I got about... From this 8-minute interview, yeah, we've got 20 videos coming. If I don't do 20, remind me to do some more until we hit 20, at least. Bare bones minimum 20. Here we go. So from the top, Billy said, he essentially addresses, people say, people say I'm quitting. He says, people say about me quitting. But, you know, my team were there to do a job and look after my best interests. Do you see that? Let's take that first sentence. So people talk about me quitting. You know, my team were there to do a job and look after my best interest. Do you see how political that sounds? And the reason why that kind of political language is important to analyse is because it makes it feel real. You understand? That, my team are there to do a job and they're there to look after my best interest. Billy, you're lying to yourself. Yeah? You can try and make it feel realer by adding some quality to it. Because that's the kind of... Think about it, yeah? Them kind of hit piece words are the things people actually say, don't they? Someone who actually did get stopped by their team, that's the kind of things they'd say, I feel a bit bad, but my team were there to do a job. That's what people who actually did get pulled out have to say. You weren't one of them. Yeah? Don't be using the... Now, I know why. Billy's stealing the language of genuine people who have been stopped by their team. Just try and be one of them. But I understand because my team's there to do a job. Your team, you're not one of them ones, Billy. You're not a genuine person who got stopped by his team. You jacked and begged to get pulled out of there. Yeah? Mark Tibbs has already said, bottom line, Mark Tibbs already said, listen, Billy, you're going out for another one. You're good for one more. At which point, Ben stepped in and said, Ben, 2021 fruity tooty, overprotective mum, steps in and dragged you out, and you didn't say nothing. You didn't do no protest. And I got another video coming soon on this particular audio footage. Yeah, Billy even admits, he goes, "Oh yeah, you know, you guys can ask my team. You guys can ask my team if whoever I call, or you man can ask my team what was said in the corner. Can we? Because guess what? Mark Tibbs already said, you know what? I don't want to discuss the dialogue me and Billy had. Billy wasn't giving me the right signs. So what do you mean? In fact, I know what you mean. What you mean to say is you can ask Ben Davidson what was said, because you can't ask Mark Tibbs. And actually, I'm hoping. You know what? I really want to. I'm gonna contact Mark Tibbs on Twitter, you know, and say to him, Mark, Billy's just alleged that you know what was said in the corner, and Billy is alleging that he wanted to carry on, because never once, yeah, for all of Mark Tibbs' interviews, never once has he said Billy was begging us to carry on. Billy was talking about going orthodox. All we've heard from Mark Tibbs has been Billy wasn't giving me the right signs. None of that is talking about going orthodox. None of that is talking about wanting to push on and carry on. Never once has Mark Tibbs said, and that's the thing as well, think about it, yeah. If a fighter wants to carry on, and you've stopped the fight, the first thing out of your mouth would be, if you're a trainer, yeah, let's say you're a trainer and you've had to controversially stop a fight, what would be the first thing you'd say? You'd say, you know what, I stopped the fight, Billy was begging me to carry on, but I just had to pull it. Wouldn't you? You wouldn't be acting all under, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be acting all undercover. Oh, you know, I don't want to say what was said. Why not? The only reason, there's no benefit. Never would a trainer need to protect what their fighter said if they wanted to carry on. What's the shame in that? I'm stopping the fight, he was begging to carry on. That would just be said. The only time it makes any sense to protect what was said is if Billy was shitting himself and he didn't want no more. Oh well, that's what it was. That's how he sounded, 100%. Like there was an audio recording of him whining. Yeah? And it frustrates me. Mark Tibbs, yeah, I'm sorry, I like you as a man, yeah, but it's just about time you come out now. Because it's one thing when Billy's being quiet and you don't want to rock the boat. Billy's just said that you're a liar. How about that? Billy, and in fact, I'm going to do a video on that as well. Billy Joe Saunders calls Mark Tibbs a liar. Because Billy Joe Saunders is saying the corner lied. Billy Joe Saunders is saying he was begging to carry on and you pulled it. And then Mark Tibbs is saying that Billy was good for another round. So which is it? Who's lying? Billy's saying you're a liar, Mark. Saying it was nothing to do with him. It was all you guys who pulled it. And Billy's saying that his team can back up what he said. My team know what happened in the corner. So I'm sorry, Mark, it's on you now. It's no good. That whole confidentiality part of, I don't want to really know. I don't really want to say what's said. You have to now, because Billy's making a claim, and he said his team can back him up. So when are the team going to come through and tell us what was said? Because, by the way, Ben Davidson's ran his mouth and said, Billy wanted to turn orthodox. So Ben's already put out what was said, allegedly. Now, if you don't agree with that, or if you do agree with it, fair enough, come out and chill, and I'll roast you for that as well. Either way now, it's time Mark Tibbs came out and told us what was said. Either way, if you want to shill for MTK, that's fine, and if you want to tell the truth, that's also fine. Either way. Yeah, but that's what must happen now, because this cat's taking the Michael out of all the true warriors in the ring, all the true people who have put their bayonets out there to be rocked. This complete goofy looking ass is Billy. You know what? I want to have a go on you. If anyone knows Billy, yeah, please, me and Billy, let's get some work in. I want to get some work in on Billy right now, 100%. Someone somewhere, let's book it in. Get me booked in with Billy. No doubt. Billy versus internet troll. Let's get some work. Because he's a muppet. I can't stand him. The way he's that whole toxic masculinity he's trying to be a hard ass again. Just like he was when he was weaving in and out of traffic. You're not hard, Billy, you're a mug. YB, you wouldn't dare spar Billy. Listen, I know what to do with Billy. Yeah? I'll back him up and he'll fold again. He's been exposed. Listen, all I've got to do with Billy is hit him on his eye once and and that's another rule. By the way, Billy, that's another rule, yeah? Neither of us are allowed corners, because I know what you're like. If you've got a corner, he'll get Ben to pull you out. So no corners. Yeah? Just me and you in there. Let's see how it goes on. I'll tell you what happened. I'll hit you once and you hop out and you'll be looking for, what time is it? Oh, I've got to go pick my kids up from. That's what you'll be doing. Making a whole bag of excuses after I've licked you once on your eye. So, listen. Let's get to the rest of this goofy. Because we ain't finished there. Then he says, so he starts off by saying, as I've explained, people say about me quitting, my team had a job to do and they're looking out for my best interest because I'll go all night. I'm happy to put my life on the line. I'm happy to leave it all out there and put my life on the line. Did you hear what I just said there? People say about me quitting, but my team were there to do a job and look out for my best interest because I'll go all night. I'll leave my life, I'll leave it all on the line. Wow, I'll go all night and leave my life all on the line. Are you joking? Is this man serious? We all watched him sit there and fully jack. The only Billy that you talk about committing, my life, I'm happy to commit it. The only thing you committed to was jacking. Yeah? That's the only thing you were certain about on that night. You were certain you didn't want no more. About my team had to save me because I'll go all night. I'm happy to leave my life on the line as a fighter. As a fighter, I'll do anything to carry on. This is shocking. And I said to you guys a little while ago, the only way Billy can get any respect from his behaviour would be to come out and say, you know what? I thought I was big. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was Billy Big Bollocks. I thought I was a hard ass, and I'm not. I'm grateful for the lessons that Alvarez taught me. I'm a better man now because I actually know who I am. I'm not this big hard ass I've been making out I am. I'm humbled and I can now grow from this. I can grow. I can continue in my life knowing I'm a beta, knowing I'm a bottom, knowing I'm not the. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the alpha. That's what you could have done, and we can all work with that. There's a reason only 1 in 10 men are an alpha, and you ain't one of them. That's just how the world works. You ain't one. Instead. I'm still the alpha, yeah. I'm happy. You know me, I'm a fighter. I'll go all night. My team had to save me. My team had to do what was best because I'll just push through and give my life up, no problem. This is shocking. This is absolute. It's one thing, yeah. It's one thing. For example, yeah. Daniel Dubois, well, comparatively to Billy Ho, I don't even think he jacked compared to Billy. Daniel Dubois kept pushing through, but for example, Daniel Dubois, yeah, took his licks, and it is what it is. He hasn't really commented on anything. That is what it is, isn't it? If anything, actually, Daniel Dubois has been very humble. In a way, he's kind of accepted that he's jacked. He hasn't, for example, come out and completely shut it down, has he? I said, I never jacked, and my team pulled me out, and I wanted more. Does that make sense? Daniel Dubois has almost accepted that, yeah, it was a bad night, and I looked pretty bad, and that is what it is. Billy has jacked worse because he didn't. Daniel Dubois went out for round after round after round. After his eye was already fully closed up, couldn't see, categorically couldn't see. Not Billy. Didn't even have no bruising or swelling. Billy literally got hit once, by the way. He got hit once, 90 seconds later, and jumped out. And the crazy thing is, later on in this video, he says that he tries to turn that into something heroic. My eye was hurt for 90 seconds. That proves I'm a warrior. What's going on here? And I blame the fans for that, because it was you fans gassing him up. I got hit on my eye and lasted for 90 seconds. People are turning that into some miracle. Wow, how can he... And that's Eddie Hearn as well, by the way. Shilly Hearn giving it all that. What's wrong with Shilly Hearn? What's wrong with you? Oh, Billy, I can't believe how heroic Billy was to continue for 90 seconds. Daniel Dubois went out for round after round. And his eye was closed, not like Billy's. Daniel Dubois was taking shot after shot after shot. Daniel Dubois was literally beaten into submission because he couldn't take the pain of being hit in the same place again and again. Billy didn't get hit in the same place again. He got hit once and hopped out. And he wants all these other fighters who have warriored on. And Billy's trying to be one of them. Oh yeah, my team was doing their best decision because they know me. I'll fight through anything. I'm happy to give my life on the line. We just saw you sit there, and this is the thing. Now you're in your safe environment again. Now you're safe, nowhere near Alvarez. Now you're nice and protected at home or wherever you are on the radio. Again, all that alpha talks come out, all that, you know what I'm saying? All that Billy Big Bollocks talks sprung out. But Billy, where was all of this? Where was putting your life on the line? Where was your protesting? Because you're giving it all that yammer now when you're nowhere near danger. But when you was near danger, you was happy to get, you was begging to get dragged out of there. You wanted no more. And if you did, we've seen fighters protest. I've seen Fernando Vargas, who by the way mugged you off for being a pussy. Yeah, Fernando Vargas, who had a much worse injury than you. He was going mental when the fight was stopped. He was bouncing, literally bouncing off the walls. It almost gave him more energy. Despite having all the damage and being deep into the fight. He was legitimately bouncing off the walls in disbelief. He went from his corner to the ref to the doctor, just trying to convince different people to let it carry on going. That was genuine wanting more. That Fernando Vargas did what you're talking about. Oh, I'll give my life. Yeah. I'll keep going to the end. That's what Fernando Vargas is like. Yeah? Because I've watched him. Where was that from you? You didn't even if what you said was a bit true, where was it? Number one, we didn't see your words say anything. Apart from no more. Number two, your body language. And that's what Mark Tibbs even said. Yeah, I weren't getting the right audio cues and I weren't getting the right body language. And we all watched that. We all watched you sit there and feel sorry for yourself. So where was all this fighter and bare knuckle warrior talk when you was in the thick of it? Because now you're nice and safe and at home again. All of a sudden, you think you're a big hard ass again. And this is why I can't respect this man at all. Not even a bit. I can't respect him whatsoever. And I want you to go in there with Eubanks. Eubank will hit you on your eye again and you'll hop out, I reckon. I don't even rate Eubank, but I want to see him. I know Eubank will get stuck in on you. Because what you can do, you're going to fold again. You're going to roll over. Because you ain't got any of the minerals you talk about. This is a shocking case. So all you goofies yet say, YB, you need to take your foot off of Billy's neck. My foot ain't going nowhere. This dude is the way, it's unbelievable, you know. He's got no remorse as such. He's had absolutely no reflection. Not once over these last 5 weeks has he sat and actually thought to himself, you know what? Let me think about what's happened here. Let me acknowledge some responsibility. Or you know what I'm saying? Let me acknowledge some of the things I've said have been complete BS. And I wish Daniel Dubois had called him out. Because now, the fact Daniel Dubois was kind of humble with it, Billy's just taking it as, oh yeah, I'm a warrior still. Yeah. See, look. Yeah, you're right, Dan. I am a warrior. And I was right to say the things I said about you. No one's checked him. No one from the actual boxing fraternity has checked him. So the YB's got to do it. And don't get me wrong, I'll do it. I'm happy to do it all day. If no one else will, I'll remind you that you jacked in front of your kids and your family. And you didn't want no more. Yeah? You got hit once and you hopped out. You didn't want even a little bit more. Because you're soft. You're a beta bottom, Billy. That's what you are. You're a beta bottom. And you can do all the talking you want. In the safety of your home, yeah. And people say, oh, YB, you're an internet warrior. So is Billy. Yeah? So is Billy. Because when he was in the thick of it, we know what happened to him. So anyone out there who thinks I'm an internet warrior, yeah, I'm exactly the same as Billy. Or better, to be fair. Because what Billy did was the bare bones bottom. Who can't get hit once and jump out? I can do that. That is the bare bones minimum. There's nothing warrior about being hit once and hopping out of the ring. Everyone in the world has had that or can do that. Everyone in the world can be hit once and quit. I'm not sure how. Like that is literally. Yeah. You can't perform worse than that. Or the only way worse, I guess, is not being hit and getting out. But who does that? Who's not gonna get hit and get out? So yeah, Billy's the worst case of being scary, the worst case of a quitter, of a jacker. Didn't take no damage. Yeah, you had a little bit of bruising on your eye and you didn't want no more. That's what caused you to jack. A little bit of bruising. Anyway, let's get to the last bit he says on this video. He says, people say about me quitting. My team were there to do a job and look after my best interest because I'll go all night. You know me, I'll leave my life on the line. I'm happy to leave it all on the line. Never in my life will I quit or go down. And then he basically says, I boxed for 90 seconds with a damaged eye. Wait there. I'm happy. I'll never in my life will I quit or go down. This is shocking. And I guess what? I got a feeling from this, he was trying to link in the fact he didn't go down. Oh yeah, look, I got hit, but I didn't go down. Billy, you didn't go down because you didn't go back out again. Mark Tibbs said to you, you're good for another round. You said no more rounds. So what is this? And I saw a lot of goof in it. You can tell Billy Joe Saunders has been in the comments. Because a lot of Billy Joe Saunders fans were saying, oh yeah, look, YB, he didn't go down. He's got the best chin. He's the biggest warrior. He didn't go down because he hopped out. What part of that don't you get? You're making out Billy made it the distance. If Billy got hit on the eye, yeah, and went the distance, you'd have an argument there to say, listen, his eye got bruised, and he still continued to fight for 3 rounds. That'd be a fair call. But guess what? Them last 3-4 rounds, however many was left, those were the rounds where Billy, you was gonna go down, and you knew it. That's why you jumped out. And this is the thing I don't understand. If you just don't agree, yeah, if you're saying, no, I wasn't gonna go down in them 4 rounds, and that's the thing. Got another video coming about this thing. He says, I would have loved to have seen how them 4-5 rounds played out. What planet is this man on? If you'd love so much to carry on, where was the protest? The next 4 rounds, you was going spark out, and you felt it. That's what you wanted out of there. This whole thing about, my team pulled me out. Bearing in mind the state of your eye, which was nothing wrong with it. Bearing in mind there was barely any bruising on your eye, yeah. Unless you would beg them to pull you out, why would a team pull you out for? Bearing in mind as well, the doctor had cleared you to carry on. From a team's point of view, yeah, Billy's just been hit on the eye once, yeah, in the 8th round. Billy's been hit once on the 8th round. So from the team's point of view, all they know is he's been hit once and he's got a little bit of marking on his eye. Doctor comes over. His eye is fine. So his eye is fine and he's only been hit once. Hasn't been down yet. Been hit once. Doctor says it's fine. So, of all of them factors, which of them factors would make a team pull the fight? None of them would. A doctor saying you're fine would not stop the fight. Being hit once would not stop the fight. Whatever else would not stop the fight. The only thing that could have influenced the team to the degree required to stop the fight would be Billy begging him to pull him out. Because there ain't no other factor that would. This wasn't, for example, we've seen Danny Dubois. His eye was fully closed and mashed up. His team sent him back out there. And Mark Tibbs himself said, you're good for another round. Because based on the information Mark Tibbs had, you got a little bit of bruising. The doctor said you're fine. Why would he pull you out for? You've only been hit once. There was no factors saying you needed an emergency evac. Because trust me, the way you got pulled out was an emergency evac. You called it in. And now it all comes full circle why Ben Davidson was even in the corner. Now we all know why. Because he was there as an emergency pullout. He was there for the medivac. Yeah? Ben Davidson's name, Ben Medivac Davidson. You pulled your hoe card nicely and hopped out. And now you're sitting there talking about, I would have loved to have another 4 rounds and never in my life will I quit or go down. Are you joking? No, what you'll do, Billy, never in your life will you quit, because you'll just get your team to drag you out and then blame them. Honestly, I've never been so frustrated in my life. Never. To see a man lie like this, and then for all of the goofy MTK Ultra controlled media to ask the questions. Oh yeah, everyone's sucking him off. Oh Billy, people are being horrible saying you quit. What do you mean, being horrible saying you quit? He jacked. Not even a bit of fair media. Just lying and shilling. And I can't wait. You know what? Hey, I haven't heard this talk sport. I can't wait for the IFL TV, because you know what's coming. IFL TV will be probably within the next week or 2. And he'll just be giving in. And Shilligan will be sucking him off as well. Tyrone Booth will be sucking him off too. No doubt.